Hi, my name is Xiaoge Wang. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the module system on MSU's High Performance Computing Center. Let me first explain why the HPCC uses a module system. There are thousands of users on HPCC and many software packages installed on the system. The module system allows for the dynamic modification of a user's environment for running applications via module files. Module files can be loaded and unloaded dynamically and automatically. With very few keystrokes, users can find out which software is installed on the system and how to access those software. The module system is the default setting on many popular shells, and module commands can be run from the command line or placed in your .bashrc file. Next, I will show some commonly used commands in module system. I will assume that you already know how to connect to the HPCC and access a development node. If not, please see our video on accessing the HPCC. I have already connected to the gateway. Now, I will move to a development node. I will choose Dev Intel 14 K20 because it currently has a low load. Once you are here, type module list. On the screen, you will see a list of software modules currently loaded in your environment. These are the most commonly used modules, therefore, they are provided as default options. Now, suppose you need to use the Intel compiler to compile your code, and you don't see Intel in the list of currently loaded software. We can confirm that Intel compiler is not loaded onto the HPCC by typing ifort. This is the Intel Fortran compiler. The error message returned tells you that the command is not found, meaning that the software is not available at this point. To check whether the Intel compiler is available on the HPCC, even if it is not currently loaded in our environment, use the command module spider followed by the name of the software needed. Type module spider Intel. If this software is installed and available on HPCC, a list of all the installed versions on our system will appear. To load this module into your computing environment, type module load followed by the module name. If there are no conflicts, the module is loaded into your environment. Since there is no output on the screen, you can use module list to verify that the module is in your path. Let's try module load Intel. In this case, we get an error message telling us that there is a conflict between compilers and we can only have one compiler module loaded at a time. So let's follow the instructions provided for resolving this conflict. Let's use the module swap command to unload the GNU compiler and load the Intel compiler in one command. To swap module 1 with module 2, type module swap followed by the name of module 1, module 2. Now, let's use module list again to see what's currently loaded. You can see that the GNU compiler is no longer listed. Instead, we now have the Intel compiler loaded. Now, suppose that we would like to use the basic linear algebra subprograms, commonly referred to as BLAS. These routines have several implementations. One is MKL, which is available on HPCC. If you want to use the implementation by BLAS library in your program, you can unload MKL and load BLAS using the module unload and module load commands. Let's try. Type module unload MKL, module load BLAS. Module list show that we removed MKL and loaded BLAS into the current environment. Your program will now use the library provided by BLAS instead of one provided by MKL. Now we have learned the module list, module spider, module load, module swap, and module unload. The module system also provides us with a tool that allows us to look into the details of a module. For example, if we want more detailed information about the Intel compiler, type module show Intel. On the screen, you can see information about the preset environment variables like OMP non-threads is set equal to 1, and that the C compiler path, which is set as default, is shown. Also, some variables have a particular path inserted. So when you compile your code using this version of the Intel compiler, these values are preset for you. For the list of all software available on HPCC, you can use module avail, and a long list of available modules will be displayed on the screen. This is convenient for new users on HPCC. Another command, module purge, will unload all software currently loaded in your environment. Let's see. Type module purge, followed by module list. You can see that there are no modules installed now. To summarize, we have introduced the most commonly used commands in the module system. If you have any problems with HPCC or questions, please contact ISER. Thank you.